My dear brothers and sisters, every great journey begins with a single decision, the decision to become better than you were yesterday. The development of the mind and body is not merely about looking stronger or sounding wiser. It is about becoming the best version of yourself, the person you were created to be. So many people dream of success, peace, confidence, and greatness, yet they forget that all of these things begin within. The mind is the place where every victory is first won, and the body is the vehicle that carries you toward your purpose. If the mind is weak, doubt will control you. If the body is neglected, laziness will hold you back. But when both are nurtured with discipline and sincerity, there is no limit to what you can achieve. Understand this deeply. Your thoughts are powerful. The way you speak to yourself in your quiet moments shapes the direction of your life. If you constantly feed your mind with negativity, fear, and excuses, you will live beneath your potential. But when you train your mind with positivity, wisdom, knowledge, and self-belief, you awaken a strength that even difficulties cannot break. A strong mind does not mean a life without struggles. It means having the courage to rise above those struggles. It means choosing patience over panic, faith over fear, and action over excuses. Discipline always begins in the mind long before it is seen in actions, habits, or results. Every achievement, every act of consistency, and every moment of perseverance is first born in the way a person thinks. The mind is the command center of life. Before the hands move, before the feet walk, before the tongue speaks, a thought has already taken shape within. This is why the quality of your thoughts determines the quality of your actions and ultimately the direction of your future. A person who trains the mind to think with purpose, clarity, and control develops the ability to lead their life rather than be led by emotions, distractions, and impulses. Many people believe discipline is only about waking up early, working hard, or following a routine, but true discipline starts much deeper than that. It starts with the silent conversation you have with yourself every single day. When the mind is filled with excuses, fear, and doubt, the body naturally follows that pattern. You begin to delay important tasks, avoid responsibility, and settle for comfort. However, when the mind is trained to value growth over ease, responsibility over laziness, and long-term success over short-term pleasure, your actions begin to change. The disciplined mind says, "I will do what is necessary even when I do not feel like it." That single mindset separates those who merely wish for success from those who steadily build it. Thoughts are seeds. Every thought you repeatedly entertain grows into belief, and every belief eventually shapes behavior. If you constantly think, "I am not capable," your actions will reflect hesitation and insecurity. If you think, "I can improve with effort," your behavior becomes focused and determined. This is why mental discipline is so powerful. It teaches you to guard what enters your mind. The books you read, the people you listen to, the content you consume, and the words you repeat to yourself all become part of your mental environment. A strong mind does not accept every thought as truth. Instead, it questions negative assumptions and replaces them with empowering beliefs. Discipline in the mind also means controlling your reactions. Life will test you with difficulties, delays, and disappointments. In those moments, an undisciplined mind quickly gives in to frustration, anger, or hopelessness. A disciplined mind pauses, reflects, and responds wisely. It understands that emotions are temporary, but decisions have lasting consequences. This ability to remain steady under pressure is one of the greatest strengths a person can develop. It allows you to stay committed to your goals even when circumstances are not ideal. One of the clearest signs of mental discipline is consistency. Motivation comes and goes, but discipline remains. There will be days when you feel inspired and energetic, and there will be days when you feel tired and unmotivated. The disciplined mind does not depend on feelings alone. It acts according to principles and purpose. It understands that progress is not built on occasional bursts of effort, but on daily acts of commitment. Even small actions, when repeated consistently, create extraordinary outcomes over time. The future you live tomorrow is shaped by the thoughts you entertain today. A careless mind creates a careless life. A focused mind creates a focused future. When you choose thoughts of growth, patience, resilience, and determination, you begin to create a life aligned with those values. Every successful person in one way or another has mastered the art of mental discipline. They have learned to silence distractions, overcome self-doubt, and remain committed to their path despite challenges. Mental discipline also involves self-awareness. You must learn to recognize the patterns that hold you back. Perhaps it is overthinking, fear of failure, or the habit of comparing yourself to others. Once you identify these patterns, you can begin to replace them with healthier ways of thinking. Instead of thinking, what if I fail? You begin to ask, what can I learn? Instead of thinking, this is too difficult, you say, this challenge is helping me grow. These shifts may seem small, but they have the power to transform your life. The mind must be trained just as the body is trained. Just as muscles grow through repetition and resistance, mental strength grows through practice and discipline. Reading beneficial knowledge, reflecting deeply, maintaining gratitude, and practicing patience all strengthen the mind. Every time you resist a negative impulse, every time you choose action over excuses, and every time you remain focused despite distractions, you are building mental discipline. A disciplined mind also protects your time and energy. It does not allow every distraction to steal attention. In a world full of noise, endless scrolling, and constant comparison, protecting your mind has become more important than ever. What you focus on expands. If your focus remains on purpose, learning, and self-improvement, your life naturally begins to move in that direction. But if your mind is constantly scattered, your actions become scattered as well. The beautiful truth is that no one is born with perfect discipline. It is developed through conscious effort. Each day offers a new opportunity to strengthen the mind. Every time you choose discipline over comfort, clarity over confusion, and purpose over procrastination, you shape not only your present actions, but the person you are becoming and the future that is slowly being written by the thoughts you choose to keep alive within you. A healthy body is one of the greatest gifts a person can possess because it becomes the foundation upon which a strong mind, peaceful soul, and purposeful life are built. The body is not merely flesh and bone, it is the vessel through which you live, serve, strive, and fulfill your responsibilities. When the body is cared for with discipline and gratitude, it supports every part of your existence. It gives you the energy to think clearly, the strength to work diligently, and the endurance to continue even when life becomes demanding. This is why physical well-being is deeply connected to inner strength and the ability to live a meaningful, purpose-driven life. Many people underestimate the importance of caring for the body until fatigue, illness, or weakness begins to interfere with their daily lives. A neglected body slowly affects the mind as well. Lack of sleep can cloud judgment, poor nutrition can reduce focus, and inactivity can lead to laziness and low motivation. On the other hand, when you nourish your body properly, it creates a positive effect that reaches far beyond the physical. You begin to feel more alert, emotionally balanced, and mentally resilient. Your body and mind work together as one system, and when one is strengthened, the other benefits. Think about how much more effectively you can pursue your goals when your body is healthy. Whether it is studying, working, serving your family, building a career, or pursuing a dream, every effort requires physical energy. Even the most brilliant ideas need a capable body to bring them into reality. A person with strong health can rise early, remain productive throughout the day, and maintain focus on important tasks. Without physical strength, even the strongest intentions can be weakened by exhaustion and discomfort. Taking care of the body is also an act of discipline and self-respect. The choices you make every day, what you eat, how much you sleep, how often you move, and how you manage stress shape the quality of your life. Healthy habits are not formed through occasional effort, but through consistent choices made with intention. Choosing nourishing food over harmful cravings, prioritizing rest over endless distraction, and making time for exercise even when it feels difficult are all signs of respect for the body that carries you through life. Exercise plays a powerful role in developing not only physical strength, but also mental and emotional resilience. When you challenge your body through movement, you also train your mind to endure discomfort and push beyond limits. Each step, each stretch, each moment of effort teaches patience, perseverance, and self-control. Physical training builds confidence because it proves to you that growth comes through consistent effort. As the body becomes stronger, so does your belief in your ability to overcome challenges in other areas of life. Sleep is another essential part of a healthy body. In a world that often glorifies constant hustle and sleepless productivity, rest is sometimes neglected. Yet proper sleep is one of the most powerful tools for physical and mental renewal. During sleep, the body repairs itself, the mind organizes thoughts, and emotional balance is restored. A rested body supports a calm mind, while an exhausted body often struggles with focus, mood, and discipline. Rest should never be seen as weakness. It is a necessary part of sustainable strength. Nutrition also has a profound impact on how you feel and function. The body responds to what it is fed. Food is not only for satisfaction, but also for fuel. When you consistently choose foods that nourish rather than drain you, your energy levels improve, your concentration becomes sharper, and your overall well-being increases. Every meal becomes an opportunity either to support your health or to weaken it. Small improvements in eating habits, when maintained over time, can transform the way you live and feel. A healthy body also contributes to confidence and self-esteem. When you take care of yourself, you naturally begin to carry yourself with more assurance. You feel more capable, more prepared, and more in control of your life. This confidence is not based solely on appearance, but on the deeper knowledge that you are honoring yourself and investing in your future. It reflects the discipline required to stay committed to healthy choices even when they are not easy. Beyond personal benefit, physical well-being enables you to fulfill your responsibilities toward others. A strong body allows you to support your family, contribute to your community, and serve those who depend on you. Your health is not only about yourself, it affects the people around you as well. When you are physically strong and energetic, you are better able to show up fully for your loved ones and your duties. The body is a trust that requires care, gratitude, and responsibility. It should not be taken for granted. Every breath, every movement, and every heartbeat is a reminder of the blessing of health. By caring for the body, you are not only improving your physical condition, but also creating the strength needed to live with purpose, discipline, and impact. A purpose-driven life demands energy, focus, and endurance. Dreams require effort, service requires strength, and growth requires consistency. A healthy body supports all of these. It allows you to move through life with vigor, resilience, and readiness to face challenges. When the body is strong, the mind becomes clearer, the spirit feels lighter, and the path toward your goals becomes easier to walk, making physical health one of the most essential pillars of a meaningful and productive life that continues to support every noble intention and every worthy ambition you carry within you. Consistency in small habits is one of the most powerful forces behind lasting transformation. Many people look at successful individuals and assume that greatness is built through one big decision, one extraordinary moment, or one sudden breakthrough. But in reality, true change is rarely dramatic in the beginning. It starts quietly, through small actions repeated day after day, often unnoticed by others and sometimes even by ourselves. These tiny habits may seem insignificant at first, yet over time they shape character, strengthen discipline, and completely transform the direction of a person's life. The mistake many people make is waiting for the perfect moment to begin. They believe they need overwhelming motivation, ideal circumstances, or a massive plan before taking action. But transformation does not require perfection, it requires consistency. Reading just a few pages every day may not seem like much in one moment, but over months it becomes knowledge, wisdom, and mental growth. Walking for 20 minutes each day may seem small, but over time it becomes strength, health, and endurance. Saving a small amount regularly may appear minor, yet eventually it becomes financial stability. The power lies not in the size of the action, but in the regularity with which it is performed. Small habits work because they are manageable. Large goals can sometimes feel intimidating and distant, causing people to become overwhelmed and give up before they begin. But when a goal is broken down into daily habits, it becomes realistic and achievable. A person who wants to improve their mind does not need to master everything in one day. They simply need to commit to learning something each day. A person who wants to strengthen their body does not need an extreme routine immediately. They need to begin with regular movement and build from there. Each repeated action becomes a brick, and over time those bricks build the structure of a new life. One of the most beautiful truths about habits is that they compound. Just as a small seed grows into a mighty tree with time and care, repeated habits grow into results far greater than the effort that first created them. A single day of effort may not show visible change, but weeks and months of consistent action produce undeniable transformation. This is why patience is essential. Many people quit because they do not see immediate results, not realizing that growth is often invisible before it becomes visible. Roots grow beneath the surface long before the tree is seen above it. Consistency also shapes identity. Every repeated action sends a message to your mind about who you are. When you wake up early every day, you begin to see yourself as disciplined. When you exercise regularly, you begin to see yourself as someone who values health. When you read and learn consistently, you begin to see yourself as a person committed to growth. Over time, habits no longer feel like forced tasks. They become part of your identity. You are no longer merely doing healthy things. You become a healthy and disciplined person. Another important aspect of small habits is that they create momentum. Action creates energy. Often the hardest part is simply starting. Once a habit becomes part of your routine, it requires less mental resistance and becomes easier to maintain. A person who studies daily no longer needs to debate whether to study. It becomes natural. A person who exercises every morning no longer relies on motivation alone because the habit itself carries them forward. Momentum turns effort into flow, and flow makes consistency sustainable. It is also important to understand that consistency does not mean perfection. There may be days when you miss a habit or fall short of your ideal routine. What matters is returning quickly rather than giving up completely. Lasting transformation comes from persistence, not flawless performance. Missing one day does not ruin progress, but abandoning the habit entirely does. The key is to remain committed to the process and continue moving forward. Small habits also strengthen the mind. Every time you follow through on a commitment, even a small one, you build trust in yourself. Self-confidence is not built through words alone. It grows when your actions repeatedly prove that you can depend on yourself. Keeping promises to yourself, no matter how small, increases self-respect and inner strength. This trust becomes the foundation for greater challenges and bigger goals. The beauty of consistent habits is that they influence every area of life. A disciplined morning routine often improves productivity throughout the day. Healthy eating habits improve focus and energy. Consistent learning sharpens decision-making and wisdom. Even simple habits like gratitude and reflection can improve emotional resilience and peace of mind. Small changes in daily behavior eventually reshape the quality of your life. Transformation is not found in grand gestures, but in repeated choices. Every day you are either building yourself or weakening yourself through your habits. Each small decision matters more than it seems in the moment. The person you become a year from now will largely be the result of the habits you practice today. Success, strength, wisdom, and peace are all outcomes of consistent actions repeated over time. Never underestimate the power of doing small things faithfully. Greatness is rarely sudden, it is accumulated. It is built in the unseen moments when you choose discipline over comfort, effort over excuses, and consistency over inconsistency. Day by day, those small habits begin to shape your future, your identity, and your destiny, until one day you look back and realize that the life you once dreamed of was built through the simple but powerful decision to keep showing up, one small habit at a time, every single day. Self-control, patience, and gratitude are among the most powerful qualities a person can develop because they build the inner strength needed to face life with dignity, wisdom, and resilience. These qualities are not always visible on the outside, yet they shape every decision, every reaction, and every path a person takes. While many people focus only on external success, true strength begins within. A person may appear strong in front of the world, but if they cannot control their desires, manage their emotions, remain patient in hardship, and stay grateful in every condition, their inner foundation remains weak. Real strength is the ability to govern yourself even when life tests you from every direction. Self-control is the ability to master your impulses rather than being mastered by them. It means having the discipline to say no to what harms you and yes to what benefits you, even when the easier choice feels more tempting. Every day, life presents choices between comfort and growth, between immediate pleasure and long-term success, between reaction and reflection. A person with self-control does not allow every emotion, desire, or distraction to dictate their actions. Instead, they pause, think, and choose what aligns with their values and goals. For example, when laziness whispers to remain in bed, self-control pushes you to rise and fulfill your responsibilities. When anger urges you to respond harshly, self-control teaches you silence and wisdom. When distraction invites you away from your purpose, self-control keeps your focus on what truly matters. This quality strengthens the mind because every moment of restraint becomes proof that you are capable of leading yourself. The more you practice self-control, the stronger your willpower becomes. Patience is another pillar of inner strength. In a world that often demands immediate results, patience teaches the soul to remain steady and trusting even when outcomes are delayed. Many people lose hope because they expect instant success, instant healing, or instant answers. But life often unfolds through gradual progress. Growth takes time. Healing takes time. Achievement takes time. Patience allows you to continue walking even when the destination is not yet visible. Patience is not passive waiting, it is active endurance. It means continuing to do what is right even when results are slow. It means remaining calm in hardship and not allowing temporary difficulty to break your spirit. A patient person understands that challenges are part of the journey and that every delay carries lessons, wisdom, and opportunities for growth. This mindset creates resilience because it teaches you not to collapse under pressure. Patience also strengthens relationships and character. There will always be moments when people misunderstand you, situations frustrate you, or life tests your peace. In such moments, patience protects you from acting in ways you may later regret. It allows you to respond with wisdom rather than emotion. It turns moments of tension into opportunities for maturity and growth. Gratitude completes this inner foundation by transforming the way you see life. A grateful heart remains strong because it focuses on blessings rather than constantly dwelling on what is missing. Gratitude does not deny hardship, rather it teaches you to recognize the good even within difficulty. A person who practices gratitude develops emotional stability because they learn to appreciate what they already have instead of being consumed by endless dissatisfaction. When you wake up with gratitude, your mind begins the day with peace. When you reflect on the blessings around you, health, family, opportunities, knowledge, and even the ability to strive, you cultivate a mindset of abundance rather than lack. Gratitude shifts your focus from complaint to appreciation, and this shift has immense power over mental and emotional well-being. A grateful person also remains humble. They recognize that many blessings in life are not guaranteed and should never be taken for granted. This humility strengthens the soul and protects it from arrogance, resentment, and negativity. Gratitude gives you the ability to remain hopeful even in difficult seasons because it reminds you that life still contains goodness. Together, self-control, patience, and gratitude create extraordinary inner strength. Self-control governs your actions, patience steadies your journey, and gratitude protects your heart. These qualities help you remain balanced in both success and hardship. In times of ease, gratitude keeps you humble and thankful. In times of struggle, patience keeps you steady and hopeful. In moments of temptation or emotional reaction, self-control keeps you wise and disciplined. Inner strength is not built in comfort alone. It is forged through repeated moments of conscious choice. Every time you restrain a harmful impulse, you grow stronger. Every time you endure hardship with patience, you grow wiser. Every time you choose gratitude instead of complaint, your heart becomes more peaceful. These qualities develop over time through daily practice and reflection. A person who masters these qualities becomes difficult to break because their strength does not depend on external circumstances. Their peace is not destroyed by temporary problems. Their focus is not stolen by distractions, and their spirit is not weakened by delays. They carry within themselves a source of resilience that allows them to continue forward no matter what life brings. This is the kind of strength that truly transforms a person from within because it shapes not only what they do but who they become, turning them into someone who moves through life with discipline, wisdom, calmness, and a deeply rooted sense of thankfulness that continues to strengthen the heart and mind with every challenge faced and every blessing recognized.